Alright guys, I know you're all disappointed. The Darude sandstorm and stuff is all underway. Smite game mods.
You made us lose 1,000 viewers. We lost 1,000 viewers when Doo-Doo-Doos came on. But then 4,800 people were happy with Doo-Doo-Doos.
Moobot was just sitting there picking off one guy after the other, and I think Moobot's still going at it. The Doo-Doo is still coming through on stream as well. That said, we're in the 8th match, guys. Eager facing off against Legion, the final game of the day. One of these teams going to be going home an extra 40 seeding point richer. As well, I believe there's a bunch of gems on the line for these guys as well. You need to get those skins and voice packs and all those fun things. So with that said, it's all going to come down to this one to round out the day, Hindu.
Well, the first thing to notice here is this time around we're going to see Eager being first pick. The last two games Legion were first pick. Obviously the loser and the higher seeding always gets choice. So higher seeding with Legion, they got first choice of first pick in the game 1. In game 2, in game 1 they lost, so game 2 they chose first pick again. Game 3 though, we're going to see Eager with first pick, picks and bans coming through. And it's a support focus coming out from the boys of Legion.
Yeah, worried about it. Actually, the 3 big supports these days banned out. Bastet going to be locked in first. Probably going to be the jungle once again for Datakar. Worked out really well before. There's not that many support options left. Bacchus, hi-rez, they could maybe go for, I don't know, Warriors really haven't seen too much play at higher levels these days. There's some options there, but I don't really know if we'll see that come out. Serqet getting hovered over.
If Thor gets picked up here, then what that will mean is that they're going to be able to pick up Nemesis and Zhonghui again for the boys of Eager. They banned out Zhong game 2, and so they might look to try and do that again and pick up Zhong for the boys of Eager and Lassis in the mid lane. But it also means that if they pick up a jungler like they did with Serqet just now, it does mean that they're going to have to deal with potentially Zhonghui again in the middle lane.
Looking back at it, like you said, there is the potential for that. We know Eager loves that combination of both Zhonghui and Nemesis. They have the option here to pick it up. There's not really a lot to ban out. I mean, even if Legion look to pick up an AD carry going into the, before the next round of banning, rather, I mean, they potentially do Shibalanke, ban out Cupid, something like that, but really, this just comes down to what do they want across the map. There's really not too much they can look to ban out, although it looks like Agni getting covered over and locked in quite quickly there. They're kind of, Zatman did very well earlier on in the tournament with the Agni, and with Cupid picked up, that does mean they essentially kind of banned out the Shibalanke pick as well, because, well, laning phase-wise, Shibalanke usually doesn't do well against Cupid.
Cupid being favoured over Anher is really interesting to me. Obviously, it appears that both these hunters like the Cupid pick right now. I guess he's a little bit more practiced considering what's happening in Season 2. Take into account Anher did just get buffed. The only issue with Anher is the fact that his Impale does cost quite a lot of mana, and because many people haven't really played him too much in Season 2 since the changes to him, they're not being able to realise how much that mana problem on Impale could really be for him. He's still a very, very strong hunter though, and can do a lot of damage, but the prioritization on Cupid.
Definitely. Poseidon just got locked in for Legion as well. A pretty, strong mid lane. Does well against Agni. You can potentially interrupt the Path of Flames midway through. It's always kind of amusing to see. It's like, oh, I'm out of here, and there's water. I don't want to walk through that. I'm just going to stand here dead in my tracks. Like, no, not happening. Now, that left head on Agni's shoulder doesn't like water, so he's like, no, just not happening. They're taking this time here, looking for the final ban. They're going to take Hun Bats off the table, taking a lot of AoE crowd control off. There is still some big options on the table. One more ban to come out for Eager, and then it's down to Legion to make their second to last pick.
Yeah, it's going to be back over to them now. Eager's really thinking about what they're going to ban away here. I mean, support's been taking jungle, mid's done. Do they ban out Anher here? Potentially they could ban out Anher, and that leaves Cupid to go up against Artemis possibly. Do they ban out Artemis and let Anher through? Do they ignore the hunter role completely and look to take something out of the solo lane? Well, I don't think Toli's really had many issues in the solo lane today, so they might not focus it there, but they are doing the focus there actually. They're going to ban out Chunga.
Yeah, taking that one away. I mean, was it well played who played it? Or we saw Chunga once earlier on. I don't remember if it was well played.
He did play early in the semis. Yeah, that's right. Well played later in the semis. Had a good game. 2-0 and 11, I think he went on that one. Yeah. So a good supportive play from him with the Lotus Crown. So taking that one away from him. But it does mean Artemis gets through, which is a good pickup against the Cupid in this lane. Surprised me to see Anher again, but it feels like they want a little bit more from their AD carry in terms of CC viability from them this time around. With that Boar coming online, Tusky has been prioritized.
Indeed. Or maybe Hornsby. That the new skin has been seeing a lot of play. I believe Hornsby is the name. Sobek getting looked over. Like most of the big name supports banned out. Bacchus was picked up by Legion. Eager looking possibly at Sobek. Lurking in the waters since they buffed that slow percentage come out of it. It's pretty noticeable when you're within proximity of him. Chaac getting picked up and locked in once again for Anatoly. 2 games in a row. He has been going absolutely insane with that, and it will be Sobek locked in for Aurora as well. We haven't seen that played so far by him in the Challenger Cup, I don't believe. Maybe back in week 1, but support players at this level, Sobek may not be the top of their god pool, but they should know how to play him, and, well, the Plucks can set up some big players.
They can set up some big plays, and the difference is they're going to be up against a lot of issues on the enemy team. I mean, it's not bad for picking off Bacchus, it's not bad for picking off Serqet either. Both of those will use the flop or the Deathbane to try and disengage with the ambush sometimes, and what Sobek can do is re-engage with the charge prey, bring him back to the fold, and he's quite effective to do so. Plus with his ultimate, he's going to be able to jump out. Once again, we're going to see Hercules locked in, so rinse, repeat of that solo lane antics. I expect a Bluestone Pendant on Well Played. I expect Choli to go with his Death's Toll and Potion beginning there with the power pop, and we'll see how that one plays out. Cupid will be played by Zapman, chat. Just because we said Zapman had Agni, it's because he locked it in, boys. Please don't make me fail fish at you guys in chat. Please, come on, give us some respect. We might be challenger casters, but we know what we're talking about. Anyway, there's your picks and bans for this game. We're going to be right back in a second as soon as these boys load in.
Alright guys, we are back. Game number 3 of this best of 3 set. It all comes down to this one. Eager won game number 1. Legion took game number 2. They squeezed it in towards the tail end of a very, very close battle. They needed that victory to keep themselves alive, and they pulled it off. Going into this matchup right now, we have some different picks coming out across the board. Hindu, Dare to Care, running into Well Played, but they're just going to say hi and kind of just stroll past each other.
Give each other little kisses and love taps, maybe more than anything else. But look at Toli. That's my interesting feature. He's not gone for power pot this time. He's still gone Death's Toll. But this time round, he's picked up Hog for this lane matchup. So he's not feeling that the power pot's going to be as strong this time round. He didn't feel like teleport was being as useful. I mean, he had teleport sprint. He's been using sprint. But in that last game, I guess he felt like it wasn't strong enough for him. The teleport wasn't really utilized very much that game.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get a chance to utilize it this time round. But sprint's still a viable option too. But going to go with Hog this time round. Make sure he puts the gold to full advantage earlier on, and that's all there's going to be at the start of the game to really talk about. Watch his gear for Bacchus, gonna need it obviously, and it looks like Aurora's still sticking with the Vanguard, so I guess Aurora prefers the tankier option more than the extra gold income and mana regen. And on someone like Sobek, I'm surprised because, you know, Sobek has a few mana issues.
He does, but at the same time, Belch of the Gods, it is multiple ticks of damage from Bacchus, so it kind of does a good deal to counter that damage coming in. You know, he's looking for the constant poke and harass. With also the combined protections that Sobek does get through his passive, he's going to be pretty darn tanky early on. I expect to see a lot of aggression, especially if they can land a pluck and pull somebody back into their own minion wave. Bacchus can belly flop out, but if they find Artemis, she has no escapes and really nothing to avoid getting caught out and locked down until she gets her ultimate at level 5.
Bit of aggression from Maduro mid lane, and Lassie's here. Lassie's going to get a lot of poke here. Actually, Duke's out the aura. It was very nicely done from him, so he doesn't need too much for that. But he will lose a little bit of gold to the tower, not to be surprised. Obviously, when you're red side as a mid laner, you do get a little bit of an earlier push on. Great driving strike on the left-hand side coming out onto Dare to Care, though, forcing a pounce away again from Dare to Care. Quick rotation from DJ Pernicus to mid.
Yeah, a bit of a different thing. Back to game 1 kind of tact. It's going to be looking for this backside Harpy camp here likely in a second. Or actually, they might look for a gank over in the left lane. Eager are pushed up quite far. Zatman's low in health as well. Does DJ Pernicus have the Cobra's Kiss? Yes, she does. This could be a potentially very large play. Right? Is that? Am I gonna? Yeah, no, she does. This could be a pretty big play if she finds it, and she does find a Deathbane coming across as well. But nobody else was really in position. Belch of the Gods coming out. DJ Pernicus is low. The Harp bomb is about to. There's first blood. Going as Zatman on that one. Pandavion low, gonna be forced back out of this one as well. Dare to Care right now, kind of hanging around the back line. Low on health. Didn't want to try and pursue that one. Would have been kind of risky. Could have potentially taken a lot of poking damage if he had tried to go in.
Not the start they were looking for at all, were Legion there. They made the rotation, they made the play happen, but it was Eager that come out on top of it. Charge prey from Aurora. They tried to make him go deep into a support build, and he went, "What up? I'll play Sobek then." "What? You're going to disengage after trying to get Come here, son. I ain't finished with you yet." The hot bomb comes out, and they give Zatman on that Cupid first blood. This is the lane matchup that we saw the third game last time round, and Detica actually here on the left again, looking for Pandavion, who just belly flopped away. The flip actually lands onto Panda Cat, who's in a world of trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, she has no form of escape this early. Pandavion might be in a spot trouble. A little belly flop is already on cooldown. 4 more seconds. They're not going to have the damage before he gets back to the safety of his tower. but Artemis has to be so careful with her positioning, unless, or else what we just saw happens again going forward. She's still 2 levels off of getting Tusky online, which will definitely help her out, but until that happens, she is very ripe for the picking for Sobek to just come in, pluck her back to her own team mates, and, well, kind of get picked off like we just saw.
Well, the rotation over there from both Lassis and Dare to Care. They're still not going to be flat behind an experience because they're going to soak up this mid wave. And I think Lassis might even hit 5 off this one. Not quite. They're still pretty much in Lassis' favour, though. Ever slow slightly by a couple of minions right now in experience. But mid harpies are up. Left hand side, Eager in position.
Indeed, left side taken immediately by them. Hercules in position for the right-hand side. Anatoly's on his way over, but going to be a little too late to show to steal those away. Hugging the wall as well. DJ Pernicus and Adoro both making sure to share that experience from the other side.
Oh, right. Totally. Still watch his positioning here. He's going to get surrounded by 3. He's going to use the axe to jump to it, back to the safety of his team. Didn't panic there, which is a good call from him. He could have storm called away, but just chose the safe option.
Yeah, risky stuff right now. 2 kills on board for Eager as they look to go forward. I mean, the rotations from Harpies are out. Artemis is almost level 5. She's going to be a bit safe in that lane. We see Pain to Beyond really didn't want to leave her alone against that man. A Fields of Love, well, it's just damage in the mez potentially. You don't need to lock her down because she's not getting out of it anyway. The Heart Bomb, Fields of Love combo from Zatman could have found a kill over there. So without the support rotating over, actually all ultimates are online in this matchup right now. So a little bit of a lull. Buffs camps are going to be respawning here in just a few seconds. First backs just starting to come out as well. Some items starting to come online. Bacchus going for the Wing Blade. Kind of that all-in-one support item. You get that cooldown reduction, the health, and the movement speed, plus that slow pass protection passive as well. It's going to be pretty beneficial. Sobek going what will likely be the Shoes of Focus route. Getting that cooldown reduction and a little bit of magical power online early.
Yeah, we'll see how this one plays out now as his form and it's kind of slowed down with the potential of ganks coming out from Serqet. Just because of that first blood, kind of set her behind a little bit more than she wanted to. Didn't actually pick up the mid harpies on the right because well played did rotate for them. So now it's back to farming up the jungle for now for both teams, looking for a potential possibility of a pick more than anything else. And once again, it's the team that's the one that's been the engagers, are the ones that have been caused the issue more than anything else. That's the biggest problem.
Definitely, jungle buff's still coming online. I mean, going forward, I mean, what do these teams want to look to do? 2 games previously, they were pretty slow-played games overall. They're kind of just feeling each other out. Going into game 3 as well. Legion will hold on to first place regardless of the outcome of this, but it comes down to those seeding points. You don't want to find yourself in a position where it's okay, you know what, if we had just done this differently back 3 weeks ago and not lost that previous week, we would be in first place instead of second or something like that. There's a decent chunk of money on the line too, guys. It's not just down to seeding points for this one going forward. So the teams want to win some money, get some nice new, maybe some new computer parts, headsets, all that fun stuff. There's some gems on the line for this game as well, so it's going to be a pretty big one going forward. A lot on the line for these teams. Coming up now just past the 5-minute mark, taking up some of these jungle buffs. Last is going to pick up a damage buff as well. Back on the other side, Harpy is going to be spawning in about a minute. I expect that's about in the next spot. We're going to really see anything really come out aggression-wise from either of these teams.
The scary thing that happens in these games, though, Zayden, is the fact that you get yourself in a 45 minutes mindset. So you slow it down, but there's a big engage on the left. Talking about that charge prey into the fields of love. Pain to Beyond's under a lot of pressure here. Gonna use Intoxicate. Oh my god, we're going to get slow-mos here. What kind of game is this? Belly flops away, just Pain to Beyond, but it's going to get chased by Dare to Care with the cats are available. Not going to need them, though, as the bleed is good.
It looks like DJ Pernicus on the hunt, looking for last. If he finds a Cobra's Kiss, going to just miss him, telling that it Path of Flames. Looking to chase the cat called drop down. Too far away, though. There's some opportunity here for re-engagement. Rainfire over the walls. There's the Kraken coming out. Dare to Care finds Adoro. Still in the middle is Aurora now, the target of the focus by Legion. They still have an answer with a kill back. Aurora ticking away with the poison. Slow-mo still up. They can't turn it off right now. The boulder slow ball over the wall. The curve that one around did not find Aurora, fortunately for him. It was just a little bit too far away. No more slow-mo should be coming out, fortunately, for everybody involved with this stream, both casting and watching.
Well, the left-hand harpies did go in favour of Eager. The right ones look like it went that way as well. So the golden experience lead now starting to escalate. Left-hand side, you can see DJ Pernicus looking to try and put some pressure on Zatman, but he knows there's a ward. He's starting Zatman baiting DJ Pernicus in here, and he's actually trying to trade with him now. Oh, the Cobra's Kiss misses, and Zatman has the opportunity to poke back onto him. Nothing too much to write home about from there now as a disengage happens. But, like I said, experience at gold are in Eager's favour, and this game could get out of hand if they're not careful.
And it's nothing, like I said, not much to write home about right now. Last game we were in a similar position before Leaguer match. Leaguer. Just combine both team names, why not? Legion pulled it back around, turned it into a victory in the long run. I mean, they turned that victory around from behind quite a bit. It seemed, I don't know, the defense is coming out. Legion know how to defend the Phoenixes as well. It's going to come down potentially late game, as right now both these teams don't seem too eager to actually go and fight each other. Mid-Harpy's down on respawn for about 3 minutes. Gold Fury is available, but I don't know, this early on, I don't really see these teams really committing to a Gold Fury attempt right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you come off of the back of that 40-minute slobber knocker where both teams went either way. Left-hand side, though, is that man getting aggressed on again? Hasn't panicked using floor. Actually going to use Fields of Love with Dare to Care here with the Cats. And Payne Divion using Belly Flop. He should go down here. Ball comes out, but the ball's going to chase onto both. The suppressed initiative does good whip, but Charge Prey from a roar on the back. Disengages the fight, allows the Share the Love to do its work. And Eager get another kill for free.
If everybody
or do they?
Ooh, they're going for the Gold Fury. Roar is nearby. He's going to be sniffing this one out in just a second. They have Wrath of the Gods, but it's on cooldown right now. Bacchus is dead. That doesn't really... where the hell is he? He's back in base. He has been on cooldown for 30 seconds. Getting down to the point. They need to reset it right now. There's going to be a steal. Eager will take that one away.
He can get it.
Damage. 3 kills coming out as well. Double kill at least. I don't know. Numbers are hard like the words. Adora on a spot drop. Doesn't look he's getting out of this one. There's the one more Charge Prey coming out. Another auto attack from Zatman. Going to secure the one on 8-0. You cannot look to secure a Fire Giant... Gold Fury against the Sobek with that burst of damage coming out from the lurking in the waters like that. It is down to him to secure it for himself, and that's exactly what Aurora did with it. Came in, popped up, handed the gods, it's mine, nothing you can do about it.
I mean, Legion tried to get themselves back into this one with that Gold Fury play. It was a good call, honestly, to go for the Gold Fury. It's just not worked in their favour at all, as Eager were on the warpath looking for it. Now they're starting to put the pressure on with Invade. Speed buff taken away. Blue buff started up by Toli. Doesn't have Hog available, but Bastet does if she's required. Actually going to use the Storm Call there to silence him out, but... oh, the Declaw finds it. But Toli's caught out of position here without the Storm Call available. Can he find himself out of this bad situation? Boulder double tap! Does not connect, but DJ with the ambush does. And the Cats are actually hitting. Well played.
They're looking for a second one. Driving Strike back into his own tower. Rainfire coming in. Last one secured. Flame Wave will be good. Rip. Legion put themselves on the board, but immediately Eager answered back with a kill of their own. I mean, these are the plays that Legion need to be looking for. The problem is... it seems like every single fight, a couple guys on the side of Eager have like about 100 health too much to actually get finished off. As right now, Aurora coming around the backside, DJ Pernicus trying to find yet another kill, but Aurora wants to find one to answer back. Adora right now in a little bit of a bad spot while Aurora's looking to run away. Payne Divion caught by the Declaw, but will otherwise be able to disengage quite safely. As we go forward right now, kind of disengaging off that fight, Gold Fury was taken by Eager, extending the lead even further up to about 4,000 right now, approaching the 10-minute mark. Taking a peek over in the dual lane, Zatman a little bit low on health. He will have those tasty little dumplings to heal himself back up while he kind of holds in lane here for a minute. And otherwise, you know, Artemis going up against a Cupid, the Fields of Love isn't as big of a shutdown as you might see otherwise up against like an Anher or a Shibalanke potentially, because there's no ability really on Artemis that show you're crippled, you're not going anywhere right now. So with that, you know, it's kind of a bit of a back and forth. Welcome back.
It's a bit of a back and forward, but the Reddit players will be happy with this one now. They'll have a lot to comment about, and as you can hear in the background, they're already getting themselves ready to talk and discuss about this one going forward at the moment. Aurora's going to rotate to mid lane here, looking for potential pick. Lassis has not been spotted here as Adoro comes into a bad spot. Path of Flames into the stun, into the Flame Wave, into the bomb that doesn't connect. The second one does, but the Kraken doesn't because of the amazing Aegis. Lassis finds himself a kill, and the Raw's not done yet.
He's dead. The Heart Bomb coming out from Zatman right there on DJ Pernicus. Unfortunately, you can't do much. You can't really peel it off your head. I mean, as much as I'm sure DJ Pernicus would have loved to have thrown it straight back here in a little while. As right now, Eager looking for Siege. Another pluck coming from Aurora right now. He is not getting out. The belly flop is going to buy him a little bit of time, but right now, will he survive? Barely. Zatman with the flutter to close the gap, secures the kill. Eager want to get themselves in first place, and they are showing it right now. They're not holding back. They're not waiting for late game. They're looking to roll away with a little bit of a lead they have gotten themselves already.
Aurora's been involved in 10 of these kills. He also secured the Gold Fury for his team as well. Aurora, for me, this game has been absolutely outstanding once again. He was MVP last week in the Challengers Cup. This time around, though, he's doing great work once again. They tried to ban out some of the bigger supports. They took away Bacchus. They obviously banned Geb Sylvanas as well. So he goes deeper into his god pool, picks out Sobek and goes, "Alright, want to see something different? I'll show you different." Brings it to the forefront, gets involved in everything.
Indeed, right. A little bit of a lull coming out again. Eager going to be waiting for those mid-harpies to respawn buff camps up as well, taking that, Zatman getting that all-important attack speed buff these days. It's a nice one. A lot of people were kind of skeptical going to Season 2. I'm personally starting to really like it. It's a lot of extra damage, and right now they are looking for Panda Cat over in this left lane. She's in trouble. Tusky used immediately. Going to find the stun. Beads. Derrick is looking to close this gap and find themselves a kill. Cats are out.
Dare played that really well, waiting for the beads usage to make sure he avoided the ball, continued the aggression, but Adoro, can you make something happen with a Kraken? You can! Zapman gonna pay with his life, but maybe Adoro is gonna be a casualty of War 2. Charge Prey? Good juke!
Barely missing the damage. Will it be the rain firebomb from Lassus coming down from the skies? Gets that kill. Bacchus looking to turn us around. The rotation coming out. They need to make their escape right now, or they might be in a bad spot themselves. Bacchus with the Intoxic coming down. They're wiggling. They're wobbling all over the place. DJ Pernica's getting low on health. They might find yet another kill before they escape. The Boulder, well played, gets a kill onto Lassus on the tail end, but they're still looking to fight this one out. Well played. Slowed down. That lurking in the waters did not be able to find more, but it was a 2 for 2 overall. Legion answered evenly on that.
In right lane, probably just chilling. Takes the speed buff, leaves a creep. What BM leaving that one creep? And now he's going to do the blue buff as well. Left hand side though, it looks like Aurora has overstayed his welcome now. And Hercules and Bacchus have had enough of the crocodile antics. I should probably say alligator as well, just in case I'm incorrect about what definition breed of animal it is. And chat goes mad at me. So we'll just say crocodile, alligator, thingamajiggy. Zapman's here though to defend the goal fury that's been started by Legion. Fields of love has been spread. The bomb onto Panda Cat, but Zapman, you may be biting off more than you can chew, son!
If that's enough to deter the Gold Fury, Anatoly is rotating over from that right lane. Is going to force the stop, giving up the 80 carry to save that extra additional 1,100 or so gold that the Gold Fury would have yielded. Is probably worth it overall. It's enough to stop it. Legion going to be trying to sneak it in, get themselves a gold lead going, but Eager able to stop it at the cost of Zatman. Definitely a tactical feed coming out of him with that one.
We say the gold lead is 5,000 gold lead for Eager, with the Gold Fury still standing right now. Only a tier 1 tower down on the right hand side. Experience lead just under 12k. Shout out to hi-rez Bart for almost getting that one perfectly correct. You'd think he was a caster or something. Storm call from Tony in the mid lane though, looking for aggression onto DJ Pernicus, who explodes. But Lassus in response also pays the iron price to well played and Adoro.
As they stand up for now, Anatoly 1v2 looking up at Derrick coming up the wall. Razor Whip applied for damage. Dorg very, very low. The kitty cats are looking for it. Hand guys from Wellplay going to buy him time, but can he stay alive? Aurora coming in, finds that particular kill. As the fight continues right now, they're looking for a little bit of a back and forth. The rain dance from Anatoly, juking around, doing that little circle thing, making sure to get all that extra health he can out of that little dance. And it paid off. His health bar is back for full, and right now, Eager gonna at least look for the Gold Fury, if not force a fight. 3v5 is gonna go their way. Panda Cat forced off already.
It's not the greatest of engagements, this, but Charge Prey onto well played isn't necessarily the target they want, but it's the target they need now. Aurora is lurking in the water, slowing him down. Well played. Run for your life, boy. The baseball comes out. Triple tap onto one target, but he's still going to play with his life. Fields of love on the backside from Zapman as Panda Cat drops the ball. He doesn't connect. Tusky, what are you doing, love? Get involved. He needs the help.
BM Tusky. Just like, no, I'm done. Guys, I'm done. I'm AFK. Surrender at 10. We're 15 minutes in, but we're going to surrender at 10 nevertheless. Lassus spotting out, sniffing out that one. Unfortunately, there was a ward there for Panda Cat. Leaping over the wall, not going to survive. They're trying to sneak it in, but now it's Eager. They have Adoro coming around. Kraken's not available. There's not much he's going to be able to do against this one right now. Eager going to be extending their gold lead further right now. 6,000 gold, about to shoot up to 7,500. And mid-harpy camp on the right-hand side is up as well for them to head on over and get. Some minions sitting at the tower waiting for Lassus to arrive. Flame Wave's going to get them 2.5 worth as far as golden experience are concerned. Right now, Eager have themselves a strong lead, almost 10,000 up right now. Legion slowly bleeding away that any chance they have at first place this week.
I'm feeling the Fire Giant's going to be the big contention point next. Unless, if Eager rush an early Fire Giant and Legion pick it, the Legion are back in the game. If Eager wait off and just farm for now, and Legion don't make a mistake, the next Gold Fury is where Legion can get themselves back into it. But right now, the main thing they need to do is ward up, play safe. Because at the moment, these engagements are not going well. They're down too much in gold. They're down too much in experience. They're trying to make something happen, but they shouldn't try and do too much right now. They've got to wait for Eager to make the mistakes. And that's what has happened every single damn game in this finals, Aiden, is that the team that's made the mistake has been capitalized on, and the other team has just snowballed it from there.
Yeah, Anatoly and Soul Lane right now, kind of swinging each other, swinging back and forth. It's always nice when the Soul Laners do get that memo that they're not supposed to fight. Elsewhere, though, Surrender Vote came out. I don't see this one going through right now. Legion are definitely... I may have misspoke.
Well, I apologize about the car alarm in the background. I do apologize. What it is at the moment my car is being stolen. But the most important thing is that we casted this game and we saw that Eager managed to beat Legion and keep themselves at the number 2 spot. What have you got to say about that, Zayden? I'm just going to look out the window and check my car's still alive.
Is it actually your car's like fire alarm going off? Hindu house is burning down.
Car,
That's
right?
dedication.
It's only a car. This game's to cast, right? It's only a car.
That said, it's going into the season, week number 4. Eager will still be sitting in second place. Legion weren't dethroned from that one quite yet, but the gap is very much closing. I believe it's only going to be a 20 or 30 seeding point difference. Math is hard, like the words and all the different things. So I'm sure somebody in chat can chime in with better knowledge of what the numbers will be for me and throw that out there. But nevertheless, Legion hold on to first place in the end of this game. They fought a good fight. Game 2 was a very, very close one. They mounted defense after defense at the Phoenix. They held on as long as they could. The Phoenixes fell. They still held on and eventually turned the game back around. They did what they needed to do. Game number 3, right out of the gates. Eager, a little bit of a slow start. They were feeling each other out again, kind of going back and forth a bit. But they did what they needed to do. They turned it around Eager kind of felt things out, got those first couple kills, and just turned that into a little bit of a snowball. Once it got rolling, there was no stopping it. Legion in the end throwing in the towel just about 16 and a half minutes.
It was going to be too difficult for them to get themselves back into it, in all honesty. Too difficult, too long of a grind to get back in after a 40-minute slobber knocker the game before. I can totally understand the reason for it. So Eager moved themselves up the rankings a little bit more, get themselves a bit more comfortable, and start vying for that first place position. Zad, any last closing words before we say goodnight?
No, guys, I guess we'll just say we'll be back here tomorrow for the EU Challenger Cup, week 3 as well over there. We saw some great matches today. I expect the same stuff out of you European guys. I mean, it's a little late. They're probably all sleeping, getting rested up. You want to be all prepped and ready for the early, bright morning rise and shine for the EU Cup tomorrow. Thank you guys very much for watching. It's been a great time. I hope you enjoyed the games. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for today, for me anyway.
Pretty much it. To the Hindu Mobile. I must go and save it before it goes away. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.